Alright, this is the explanation video for Electroscope Demo 1. If you haven't watched the demonstration video, make sure that you do so. So pause the video. If you haven't done that, go back and watch that one and then come back to this particular video. So what we did in that demonstration is we took a negatively charged rod and we brought it close to an electroscope to see what happens. So the electroscope leaves were hanging straight down. So that means that the electroscope started out with a neutral charge. So you can see right here, I'm adding a negatively charged electron for every positive charge that's here. So this electroscope is neutral, all right? And so when the negatively charged rod was brought close, what happened? Well, if you remember, the leaves or the leaflets of the electroscope, they spread apart, okay? So what's happening? Well, what you have to realize is that according to the laws of attraction and repulsion, like charges repel. Like charges repel. So what's going on here is that electrons in the electroscope here are being repelled down to the leaflets. The electrons in the electroscope are negatively charged. The electrons or the charge of the rod is negative. Like charges repel, so the electrons have the ability to move in the electroscope because it's made of metal. Metal is conductive, and so electrons are being pushed downwards. So I'm going to put an arrow here with a big R indicating that that repulsion is happening there. Okay, and so let's reposition the electrons here. So the electrons will then collect at the bottom of the electroscope as much as they can anyway. So I'm going to add a bunch of electrons to the leaflets here, like this. Like this. I'm going to copy a few of them. And put some more here along the rod. So if we start out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we get 8, I get 10 electrons here as well. So those 10 electrons are the same ones that were here, but now they've been repositioned because of that repulsion. They've been pushed down. And so you notice that there are 4 electrons in each of these leaves, and there are only 4 positive charges. 2 positive charges per leaf there before. So these leaflets end up with a negative charge. And so they're the same charge now, and they're pushing away from each other. They're repelling. So again, what we can do is we can just add an arrow here, a double arrow, indicating that there's some repulsion happening. So again, what happened was the rod was negative. It pushed on the electrons because like charges repel. The electrons moved to the bottom of the electroscope because the electroscope is made of metal. Electrons can move through metals quite easily. Here's their new position. The leaflets end up with a negative charge, and they end up repelling each other. Okay, and that's exactly what we saw when we looked at the demonstration video. Okay, so we'll see you soon in the explanation number 2.